Is In Search of a Revival the soulful instrumental record you missed? Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lighthouse, and you're now tuned into another episode of Everything for Everybody. And today we'll be breaking down the Olympians' latest offering, In Search of a Revival. Every now and then I like to step slightly outside the lane people expect from me. Most folks who follow Everything for Everybody know I spend a lot of time in the worlds of hip hop and alternative R&B. That's home base. But when you're truly a student of music like myself, when you produce it, study it, and live inside of it the way I do, you understand that curiosity can't be confined to one or two genres. My musical diet is broader than that. And with the audience that I have with Everything for Everybody continuing to grow, I think it's only right to occasionally widen the lens. So today we're talking about an instrumental record because instrumental albums deserve their flowers too, right? As a professional producer, digging for sound is a constant ritual for me. I'm always searching for textures, tones, and fragments that could eventually become the backbone of a beat. Sampling is part archaeology, part instinct. But every once in a while, you come across a piece of music so pristine, so fully realized that the instinct to sample it disappears entirely. Some flowers are just better left off in the garden, and they're meant to be admired and not fucked with or tampered with at all. And this is like what I feel when I listen to this album. The group first introduced themselves nearly a decade ago with their self-titled debut, a fascinating instrumental project helmed by bandleader Toby Pasner and performed by a rotating ensemble of Daptone Records all-stars. That record built an imaginative bridge between deep funk instrumentation and Greco-Roman mythology. Song titles like Apollo's Mood, Diana by My Side, and Pluto's Lament suggested emotional arcs for the gods themselves. The result sounded like James Brown scoring a blaxploitation film set somewhere in the suburbs of a futuristic megacity. Strange concept, incredible execution. Unsurprisingly, it developed a cult following. This new record trades some of that mythological pageantry for something more grounded, but no less intriguing. In Search of a Revival still moves through the DNA of soul and funk, but its atmosphere leans towards the urban psychedelia of the 1970s. Tracks like Hollywood Cold, Honeybee, and Thunderball unfold like miniature scenes without dialogue. Without lyrics, the listener becomes the narrator. The horns still carry that unmistakable Daptone warmth, but the melodic instincts occasionally tilt closer to pop architecture than traditional R&B phrasing. In a way, it feels like the gods from the first album stepped down from Olympus and decided to live among us. Where the debut felt cinematic, grand, widescreen, or mythic even, this record plays more like a television series of sonic vignettes. Doorbells ring, neighborhood energy hums, curiosity peeks through the curtains. Songs like Here Comes Ben and the song A Little Something possess a gentler emotional vocabulary, almost domestic in tone. There's even a subtle melodic elegance that recalls the sophisticated pop craftsmanship of Burt Bacharach. The two title pieces, In Search of a Revival, Parts 1 and 2, feel like brief intermissions from a spaghetti western soundtrack. Curiously, they don't frame the album in that traditional sense. Part 1 opens the record, but Part 2 appears midway through the sequence. That slight unpredictability adds to the charm. The record seems comfortable wandering. One of the most fascinating detours arise with the song Saraswati Puja, built around Asian strings and percussive textures. The title references the Hindu festival honoring Saraswati, and the composition mirrors that reverence through its meditative tone. Yet, even with those Eastern elements, it isn't the album's most outer-worldly moment. That distinction probably belongs to the song Strawberry Kiwi. The track opens like a cosmic transmission before drifting into a kind of gentle orbit. It's repetitive in the most hypnotic sense, creating a sonic loop that feels less like a song and more like a space you temporarily inhabit. What makes In Search of a Revival compelling is that it never feels hostile or overly experimental. It's an odd record, yes, but a welcoming one. The dozen instrumentals move with a friendliness that invites interpretation. Without lyrics dictating meaning, the instruments themselves become storytellers. In the end, the revival that the title hints at may not be some sort of grand event waiting at the end of the record. It might simply be the act of listening itself, the search, the curiosity, the willingness to wander through sound and discover what it says to you. And for producers like me, sometimes the greatest compliment you can give a piece of music is choosing not to touch it at all. But that's my time, y'all. Thank you for watching another episode of Everything for Everybody. Let me know what you think about this album. Give it a listen, and if you're listening and watching or experiencing this episode on any podcast platform, after this show, you can just go ahead and search the album and check it out yourself. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you soon. Peace.